Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie's Garden. I'm in Florida Zone 9B and it's plant haul time. So I went to the plant sale at the Volusia County Fairgrounds. It's through the Land Extension University of Florida annual plant sale. They have it twice a year. And yeah, we'll get into it and I'll show you some plants. And then later on we're going to repot a jade plant. I tripped and fell into the jade plant and I broke off some branches and then I realized it needed a repot. So we're going to do that, and then we are going to plant the Ghost Euphorbia, or the white Euphorbia, and we'll do that, and then I'll show you a little update on the backyard. Okay, so the first plant I got was bee balm. Just a cute little plant, $4. And the next plant was blue mink. And this is the leaves. They're kind of fuzzy. I don't know if you could see that too much. And the stems are a little fuzzy as well. And I didn't get one that was in bloom, but a lot of them were very like sky blue flowers, kind of like a bluish purple type color. So, and I've been wanting one of these. I saw it as a hitchhiker in another plant and it was just beautiful. So it's like a fringy type flower, so I thought that'd be nice. And the next one is a passion vine, the Lady Margaret. So these grow quick. So I've been wanting a passion vine, and they had a huge one there, but somebody had already gotten it. So I thought this is a good find, and by the end of the summer I should have a good sized passion vine. The next one is anise scented sage, or anise scented sage. And this I can't really fit in the frame. It's about 2.5 foot tall. So it's got a few buds on it, so hopefully we'll have some flowers in a few days. And next was salvia pink. It's more of a purpley type color. Needs a little bit of water. I was sitting in the car for a little bit today. So got some of that. And next was white tropical sage. I already at the last plant sale got a red one and a coral color one, so now I have the white one. There's in bloom already. And next was a Mexican flame vine. This one's looking a little sad too. Everything needs a little bit of water, but nice leaves. Had red flowers on it, though this one I grabbed was not flowering, but this was the biggest of the ones they had. There's probably 3 or 4 vines in the pots. Next was common rue. Let me tell y'all, this plant, it smells stinky, but it is such a nice looking plant. There's the leaves, and then the flowers, and it smells, even in the car on the way home, I had to open the window. It's a stinky plant, but it is a good size. So I can tell this is one of those plants that's going to self-seed itself all over the place. And the final plant was Pixter azalea. So this is it here. It doesn't have a whole lot of leaves on it, but it does have some buds. And this, when it blooms, it's like a pom-pom on top, and the flowers come out all around it. So I thought that was unique. Some of them were in full bloom. I was not able to get one of those because everybody was grabbing them, but this is the one I got. So it's like the flowers, just a white, like pom-pom, little white flowers, and it gets about 4 to 5 foot tall. So I am looking forward to that. I've kind of been getting really into different types of azaleas lately and just really seeming to notice them. For some reason this year I've really, I just keep spotting different azaleas all over the place. So, and this is a Florida native. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'm going to plant this in the backyard. So next, let's go ahead and plant the jade plant up. Okay, so here is my jade plant. They're going to be repotting. And like I said, I tripped and I broke off some branches, like 3 or 4 branches. I just stuck them in the pot. But then I realized that half the soil is gone in this pot. And we have quite a clover problem here. So we're going to take everything out of the pot, kind of refresh the soil. I probably haven't refreshed it in a few years. 6 or 7 years. It's been a while. And then get these I should be able to just stick into the ground and they should take root on themselves, and they should root with no problem. Here's another one, a little baby one I broke off, and there's a lot of little babies down in there that I think are just leaf propagations. And then on this branch back here, I snapped it, but it's still holding on, so we're gonna have to clip that off and reset it. So let's get the plant out of its pot. Look at all those little babies that are just down here, and little ones that have just propagated themselves. And this, for as deep as this pot is, this is all the soil that is in there. And this is probably a 9 or 10 inch tall pot. Look at that tiny little baby. Just a lot of debris, a piece of plastic. A tree. Look at it. Seed from a tree. And there's some leaves that broke off, so I'm just going to set those in there, and they should hopefully repot themselves or reseed themselves. Okay, and this is the other section. Just try to get off some of these clovers. And there's a little bottle here. I think this was a propagation I was trying to do at one point. So this here is the branch that is barely hanging on. It has a little bit of a snap to it. I think I am going to go ahead and cut it. I hate to do that, it's such a big branch, but I think we have no choice. Ooh. Yeah, so it's a little soft, and it has these little bands you can see there. I think I'm just going to take it down a little bit further so it's more of a clean cut. Oh, there. So, and it is a pretty big piece. Let me try to show you. So this is the piece here we're working with. So it's probably about a half, well, a little bit, about 8 inches taller. So we're just going to stick that back in the dirt. And put some fresh soil around it, and it should be okay. Same thing with the branches that I broke off. I'm just going to give them a fresh little trim, and maybe one more because that one didn't clear too well. There we go. And just put that in the soil and it should take off. Here, this one is kind of ragged looking, so just cut it. And then anything that fell off, just like these bunches of leaves, you can just stick them down in there. Even these individual leaves, here's a good example. These individual leaves, it's like, I mean, it's a succulent, but, you know, just like the succulent, you can put the leaves on top of soil, and it will grow those tiny little, roots, if you can see them. They will take off and do their own thing. Technically, I could probably put these little nubbins that I cut off in there, and it would probably take root as well, because they're still green and fresh. So I'm going to try one and see what happens. Now, like this one, it's green both sides. So I'm going to stick that in there and see what happens. This one, even though it's hardened off on one side and it's green on the other, I'm going to stick it in there and see what happens. So there is the jade plant, all kind of reset, refreshed, and hopefully this will, and some more soil will make it healthier in the long run. I'm not going to feed it right now. I don't generally feed it, and it does okay, so hopefully this will just be a better trim for it, and maybe me tripping over it will be a good thing for the plant. Alright, let's do the Ghost Euphorbia. So here's the Ghost Euphorbia. It's probably about 2 foot tall. It does have one little section here that is reverting or has a green spot on it. But everything else is okay with it. And we are going to pot it into this big pot here. Because it keeps getting knocked over, it is getting a little bend into the base of it. I want to kind of prevent that. So we are going to put this in a big pot. I think I am going to need my cactus glove, so let me go get that. Alright, got my cactus glove. I got these at Aldi's, and they really do work. I don't know if all the varieties do, but this one does. So we're going to pull out all these little weeds. Oh, this is the worst weed of them all. I don't know if you could see it. I don't know the name of the weed, but it actually has seeds on its leaves, and they go crazy. So, got all the weeds off of there, I think. Oh, a couple more here. And put that in there. And look here, that's where the dirt came away. So all this was dirt. I mean, it's white all the way down into there. It's kind of neat looking. All right, let's get some soil. I might have to stake this up. Maybe. Oh, it seems to be staying. Oh, not too bad. That was quick and easy. So it is repotted. Hopefully you'll be happy in this new pot. I don't want to jinx myself, but I did not get poked once, which is, I think, a first. But I'll probably get poked when I set it on the ground. Alright, so I think that is going to be it for this video. Repotted some stuff, showed you my plant haul. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so I'll see you all at next week's video, next Monday. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.